So we enter his mansion and there's someone crying. Can I? I thought we were gonna talk, man. Woman. Man, woman. So, why is that happening? Anyways. Something doesn't feel right. These all enemies? Some maniacs, huh? Malkavians. Jeez. Think I'll pull this out to be safe rather than sorry.
It is quite peculiar, the happenings I've been made to witness for my supernatural longevity. I am thinking of one unfortunate phenomenon in particular, of unique interest to my station, both as a professional and as a sufferer of this vampiric condition. It seems the stream of time has begun to erode the moorings of my chosen course of study, for the methodologies that gave birth to psychology are slowly disappearing. I find myself in an era that overlooks the physical component of psychological pathology time and again in favor of the sophistic practices of Freud. Phrenology, dactopintilism, and the rest of the old guard has fallen by the wayside, its champions all silenced in death, with my unique exception. Would that I could make my voice heard again, although it may be suspicious should I return to popular medical discourse 50 years after my apparent death. No, better that I continue my studies into the psychoses in secret. One day, may I hold up my own cure as validation of the methods. I am confident no cure for my condition, or that of my beloved wife, lies within our figurative minds, waiting to be unlocked by the correct combination of memories recovered from our childhood. And I'm most certain it has nothing to do with the relationship between myself, my parents, and my genitals. Sorry, Sigmund, but I choose to stay my course. In time, too, may your star fade and disappear.
So that's really interesting. I find that... Hello? I find that super fascinating. The whole... I actually kind of agree that psychology, modern psychology, tends to overlook or look past rather the physical component. Now I'm not sure about all the things he was speaking about, like what they actually mean, so he might have been talking about like fucking electroshock therapy for all I know. But regardless, I find the subject interesting. And yeah, Sigmund, why you gotta be all about the parents and the genitals? I thought... Okay. Yeah, that works. So... I guess I want the lights on. Scarlett Torkelson, circus performer. Oh, okay. Dodge, I see. Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Time, however, erodes human perception and then in turn warps the mind. Time erodes human perception and warps the mind. Does perception rule over time? I don't know that I agree. The mind is capricious, having various effects on perception, time, and the mind itself. With harmony, progress is made. Right. What's another recording over here?
Another unfortunate casualty to tide of time, insane asylums. I lament their loss not only as brokerage houses for the breadth and depth of human psychoses, but also I shall mourn the disappearance of that peculiar environment present only in an insane asylum. That palpable atmosphere of blistered brains and churning bowels.
Okay.
The odoriferous melange of freely flowing bodily humors. That gently rolling cacophony of distant sobs and screams. The muttered cursing at perceived enemies. And the blissful gurgling of the lobotomized. Like a newborn babe discovering the sky. I shall still find test subjects as surely as I find bloody sustenance in the night, but this climate, I fear, may never be replicated.
Okay, so he's kind of evil. He's pretty evil. No? Let's see if... Okay. Did I? Wait. I just... Was there a riddle to be solved? Wait! Mind... Perception at once shapes the mind and rules over time. Perception, time, the mind itself. Okay, so those levers were all associated with the concepts of perception, mind, and time. I didn't actually realize. I just went up and saw, hey, I can pull this one as well. I keep... take more bullets than I would like. Bullets ain't free. Hello? So yeah, no, the way he spoke about, okay. The way he was speaking about insane asylums was some fucking evil movie villain shit. Hi. So, I don't really know that. Oh. Much as I might have found his thoughts interesting, he's probably gonna turn out to be A really twisted son of a bitch. Which, I mean, this game.
Often I reflect with great regret on the missed opportunity that was my infector. Had I been conscious after the attack, I could have stopped the orderlies from locking her in the roaming pen. What I would give for just one interview, a few simple questions of the plague-ridden woman who met her end, that dog. Of course, there is no guarantee she would have been any more helpful than my current crop of test subjects, mewling wretches. Few could be called enthusiastic. Given the nature of the tests, I cannot expect the same fervor from all, but a modicum of cooperation would be appreciated. Animals. The one called John went so far as to gnaw off his arm and escape into the floorboards like some feral rodent. I still hear him scurrying about at night, making an atrocious mess.
Wow. Okay. So, I suspect his test subjects aren't exactly volunteers.
My studies proceed at a languid pace. I'm mired in a foul ennui as my wife's illness advances. My subjects grow restless without proper supervision, but I cannot pull myself back from this black depression. How many nights I've wasted now, gazing from the tower walk, pondering the frailty of existence.
Alright then. So let's play devil's advocate and say he is doing this for his wife. Does that make him a good guy? No. Does it explain his actions somewhat? Maybe. This is kind of a nice view. Only issue with this view is that we're looking at Los Angeles. Oh. So anyways. That was... Is that ambient music? Am I... You wanna let me in on the joke? Wait, where the fuck did that come from? Oh well. Nice. Can totally... Oh, come on. He was waiting. He had that umishoryu going on. I know. We done? Well, they are done. Looks like several doors and... Yep, that sure is the torso. Well, that's not gonna open. This might. Okay. Oh, please tell me I can go back. Yes, I can. And then this should be the other door. Which it is. Okay. Chairs. Oh, this is a door as well. Must be a room on the other side.
After decades of solitary study into this affliction, I have learned that it is by no means mine alone. Indeed, the city is home to an entire society of similarly afflicted individuals with whom I've only recently made contact. They are an understandably standoffish sort by and large, but I have been able to confirm with them that the condition is indeed vampirism, which apparently comes in a multitude of strains, each with a spectacular set of symptoms such as invisibility and even a sort of lycanthropy. Through numerous official interactions with the governing body of this secret society, I have concluded that their fundamental understanding of the vampiric condition is woefully lacking and mired in suspicion and pseudo-religious dogma that would make a Turk balk for its strictures. Indeed, they seemed impressed with my studies and the eloquence with which I was able to present them. Apparently, the typical sufferer of my particular strain of vampirism is far from the vanguard of the King's English. So impressed were they that they even offered me an office in their government, a rather high office by the sound of things. I believe I shall accept. If nothing else, it should provide a lofty vantage point from which to observe the breadth and epidemiology of the affliction, so that I may move more expeditiously toward a cure.
Cure. Don't imagine the Camarilla will be all about that. But yeah, there are many perspectives on the whole. Come on, man. I was doing my cool stealth kills. Now, as far as the game lore is concerned, Cain most likely existed, which would mean that Abel most likely existed, and that God most likely existed, which kind of makes this whole his dismissal of religion and dogma somewhat ill-founded, I suppose. Like, he's clearly a mind of the... how would you put it? The... not Renaissance, but similar... Oh, that's the chaos symbol. Key justice, maybe? Balance? He's an enlightened mind. A thinker. A rational person. Which usually isn't a bad thing, but in the case of living in the world of darkness with vampires and werewolves and shit, you might be unknowingly shooting yourself in the foot by dismissing the supernatural.
I have accepted the role of Primogen for Clan Malkavian, the dreadfully winsome label applied to the particular strain of vampirism I suffer, so named for some supposed vampire father figure of old.
Yep.
Or poppycock grown from a backward culture that seems interminably drawn to children's tales and the fiction of Victorian romance, when it should concern itself with the science behind their suffering. No matter, for I have taken this office for no greater reason than to advance my research. I must make mention, however, that even among my would-be peers in this governing body of vampires, the level of paranoia and superstition is frightening.
Yeah.
Their intelligence is not the question, no, indeed. As they courted me for this appointment, I had to suspect that their overtures were hand-tailored to what must be my obvious infatuation with reason, for the devil would do well to have such honey-tongued tempters. Even so, I could not help but notice the dressing of language these vampire leaders chose for their siren song. Whether it is born of habit, from addressing their unwashed, ill-educated subjects, or from their own deep-seated beliefs, Their linguistic flourishes belie a faith in superstition over the providence of empirical reason that must be an all-pervasive theme in this society of darkest night. Damn it all, now I'm doing it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he sure was. No, that's absolutely... Yeah. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood only through the scientific process. Order, however, is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is the key that links the two and bears witness to their ebb and flow. Chaos, like the mind, can be understood. Order is only as good as the perception thereof. Time is a key. Okay. Chaos. I just need to pull the chaos lever 3 times. Anyways, I found it interesting how he spoke of the unwashed masses, very dismissive of those he perceives as less learned and intelligent. Oh dear. This seems somewhat dangerous. No, wait, fuck. Where's my last save? Christ. Guess I'll be back.